Listen, when MagSafe first came out, I was like, this is dumb. MagSafe's dumb. It's wireless, wired charging. Why the hell should I give a shit about using a magnet or using my actual cable from my phone? It's the same thing at the end of the day. I have a cable going from the phone to the charger. It's not wireless charging, so I thought MagSafe was super dumb. But the one thing I did think was kind of cool about MagSafe is that they're magnets, and magnets mean mounting. Magnets, mounting, magnificent. Let's see what we can do with Moments MagSafe accessories, because it allows you to mount things magically. Brass tacks, all you gotta know is these MagSafe accessories are pretty badass. I really enjoyed using them for the last little while that I've had them. They are affordable, they're simple, you can make some amazing, quick, cool rigs with them. And for that, if you're someone who's been thinking MagSafe is kind of silly, like I was, this makes sense. I think that this is now an accessory that allows MagSafe to really have its full potential, and it's unlocked a lot of possibilities for me using my iPhone that I never previously thought was possible, because you used to have to use these really crappy like mounting things that are like clamps. Like the smartphone mounting world in general has just kind of sucked. I think MagSafe fixes more things to do with mounting than it actually does with charging. And I know right now it's just a charging protocol, but it's easy to kind of hypothesize that down the road, we'll probably see Apple remove the port altogether, and we'll start to see data transfer and even possibly audio transfer happen over MagSafe. So as we move forward, I think it's kind of just an interesting transition point that we're in right now. And I think Moment's just done a really good job with MagSafe accessories to kind of bridge that transition and make them interesting in the meantime, even though right now they're really just to hold things and to charge, right? The first of these MagSafe accessories I want to talk about is this Pro tripod mount. So this has a cold shoe on it as well as a quarter thread tripod mount on it. So using this Pro tripod mount, what I did was build a little vlogging setup. So just using a simple tabletop tripod, you could use a Joby, you could use whatever you wanted here as your kind of handle, but basically you're allowed to now attach the tripod mount to your handle, and then you're gonna have a cold shoe where you could attach a light, a microphone, anything under the sun that has a cold shoe mount is gonna attach right there on top. So this one's super flexible and really easy to set up. Now I've actually used my iPhone previously for some top-down video angles where I don't really wanna set up a giant camera, and I just think the iPhone is one of those small, nimble cameras that kind of fits a super niche need, like needing a small top-down camera. And because this Pro tripod mount has that tripod connection, I actually just attached it to a C-stand, making it an incredibly simple attachment for adding a top-down angle. So the phone just snaps right in there, and you can pop it out whenever you want using that simple little quarter thread. Speaking of quarter threads, this is the threaded mount attachment. So as you can see, there's quite a few different mounting possibilities for this one. I think this one's kind of self-explanatory. It has pretty much every thread that you could possibly want to attach to microphone arms, to attach to boom stands, C-stands, tripods, monopods, whatever it is, this one has you covered. You could use it for clamps, you could use it with pretty much anything that has a threaded mount. Now you just have a simple way to snap your phone on and off. Now, if you're someone who doesn't need to use a tripod and they don't need to attach to anything, sometimes you just need a cold shoe mount onto your camera, your phone, and that's where this one comes in. This is just a simple cold shoe mount. So this is really good. I use this with the Shure MV88 Plus just to make a really simple handheld rig by adding a microphone to it. And because it has the cold shoe mount, doesn't have to attach to anything, it's just a really clean, basic setup without having that tripod mount on the bottom. I think if you're just someone who needs a simple entry point into these MagSafe accessories, this would be the one that I would suggest, because it is just nice to add an external microphone or a light to your phone, and this just makes it the most easy way to do that.
I always see people complaining online that it's hard to find music for videos, and this honestly confuses me. I've been using MusicBed for the better part of 2 years now, and it has always been a blast. I consider it more of a music streaming service that I can download tracks for my videos from, rather than some generic stock music site. I browse and listen to tracks all the time and save them for later because the music just doesn't sound like stock music. It's just good music. There's even an iOS app you can use to listen to tracks to get inspired to on the go, or you can listen to their curated Spotify playlist. So stop using royalty-free generic music and start using real music with MusicBed. Sign up with the link in the description and use the code I'mPatrickT to get your first month free.
Now this next one's probably the most practical one out of all of them, and it's the one that's the least filmmaking or photography focused, and that is the car vent mount. Now this one's just kind of cool and fun because it's just an easy way to mount your phone in your car, and you can obviously still have your port access to the bottom if you need to charge it, but just getting in the car and throwing your phone on a MagSafe is one of the simplest ways to mount things, because like we talked about with previous phone clamps and stuff for these phones, the car mounting situation was also quite annoying. You'd either be using like old school suction mounts with clamps, or you'd be clamping something random onto the vent in your car. And I just think this little guy makes things super easy and simple, and it's very, very strong. And just in general, not even talked about this yet, but these magnets are crazy strong. And you know, I think the car is the best test of that because you're bouncing all over the place. And if you're someone who drives like me, major Tokyo drift vibes, this thing's not going absolutely anywhere. I've been up and down all over the place with this thing, and it just hasn't fallen off. So the MagSafe is incredibly strong. One thing to note is if you're using a third-party case that doesn't have MagSafe built in, these will not work properly, or at least they won't work to the strength that they are designed for, and I probably wouldn't trust them. So a naked phone or a MagSafe compatible case is how you get the best strength out of these magnets. And I know Moment is making MagSafe cases as well. So if you need that protection and you want that strength, use a MagSafe case along with these MagSafe accessories. Now, I think what I love in general about these MagSafe accessories is it just gets your kind of creative juices going on how you can mount different things and create these little mini rigs in ways that were previously either clunky or not even possible. And one of those examples is this little audio rig that I've created using a Shure MV7. Now, of course, everybody is using Clubhouse and all these audio apps now, and the Shure MV7 is a really nice microphone that works over USB. So I've just built a little mini voiceover rig, all contained in one, that you could bring pretty much anywhere you want it. You could record podcasts this way, you could go on Clubhouse, you could do your Skype interviews and stuff like that with this. But essentially now, using just a simple little magic arm, a Moment MagSafe accessory, and the Shure MV7, I have a self-contained voiceover setup. And that's one of those endless possibility kind of situations and scenarios that these MagSafe accessories might unlock for you. So I really like these MagSafe accessories. They're strong, they're simple, they're all relatively affordable. Everything kind of ranges between like 20 bucks and 50 bucks depending on which one you're getting. So it makes me hopeful about the future of MagSafe. So in the meantime, as we're kind of in this transitional kind of position that we're in with Apple, who's only made a wallet and a case and the charger, really as we move into the future, I'm more excited for MagSafe to be beyond just mounting. I would love to be able to use it as an actual port. So if they do remove the port and we kind of figure out a data transfer protocol between MagSafe and devices, that's where I think things could get extremely interesting. Like, I'd love to be able to just pop my phone onto MagSafe in my car and it immediately unlocks, you know, CarPlay and all the kind of stuff that like integrates into my sound system. Or I'd love to just attach a microphone to the back of the phone itself and all of a sudden it unlocks, you know, control over the microphone just over MagSafe. You can even think about how lights could be controlled with MagSafe. Now, right now it's basically just charging and it's magnetic so it can hold things. But like I said, I'm excited to think down the road that this could be something more and it could be more interesting. So these Moment MagSafe accessories are a recommendation for me. If you want to pick them up, there are links in the description of this video to grab them. Otherwise, my name is Tomasso. I hope you liked this video and you will see me next time I feel like making one. Cheers.